Hello and welcome to
18 TV.
Apologies for that, guys. We can't do anything but mess around. A bit of self-entertainment is exactly what we spend our lives doing. Isn't that right, Az?
That's correct, the Mondo.
You entertaining yourself?
Always, mate, always.
Anyway, we have put out a spoiler recently of a lorry arriving. Now, we aren't going to show you all the same old footage every time because it would get a little bit boring. But something that happened at the end of last season, but has arrived now for this harvest, is these.
Getting stronger every day. Keep on pushing through the pain. Keep on grinding till we die. Ain't no mercy in this life. There's nowhere left to run away. No, there's nowhere.
You right over there, Az?
Yeah, wait for you.
So these two machines turned up. The deal was done on this right at the end of last season, so our kit went away and these two have now arrived. We've been waiting for them for ages. Technically, we actually couldn't start harvest until they arrived. Isn't that about right?
That is correct.
So we had to sort of wait. Not that we were going to cut anything, but obviously we could not start without a baler and a wrapper. Now, Az is going to take you lovely ladies and gents around this Mchale, and I'm going to take you around the wrapper.
Here is our Mchale V6 750 variable baler. Variable meaning it's a belt baler and we can change the size of the bale from 3 foot all the way up to over 6 foot bale. So on this particular one, this one has been totally remodeled. This is taken over from the V660 baler. There's a few changes that they've done. So there's a 15 semi-automatic chopper knife system in this. So 15 knives. You can put some knives in, some knives out, depending on what kind of chop you want, what you're doing. Now, one of the obvious differences on this machine is they put a new safety rail up, which we never had before. And on this one now, you can actually carry 3 rows of wrap in it, which I think is a pretty good idea, actually, to be honest. You know, you only used to be able to carry one in the net system and one on the side. Now you can actually carry 3. So I think that's pretty good. Slight, not problems with the machine, but slight little, they've made more covers for the machine. So before the V660, you could actually see all the workings properly. But now they've changed the net system on this one, where it used to be just, you know, a standard flow in and around a couple of bars net system. Well, actually on this one now is a hydraulic net system, and why they've changed that we do not know. The doors on this one now open like the back wing doors instead of to the side. I do think that is a very good idea. As you can get all your components down, you haven't got a door in the way.
Also, he's on about the doors. Now, not that this is a working part or anything like that. Being the back wing doors now, it offers you shade when you've got to do any sort of work in there, rather than be out, especially at the moment with the scorching sun we seem to be getting, that you can be under there and not completely getting roasted.
To go around to the back of the machine, I mean, this is all different now. I don't know how good this would be with a fiberglass cover on the back of it. Who knows? I mean, we all know we'll back into a hedge and stuff like that, so how long this will last, I have no idea. But the actual machine looks good, and like this is our 8th year now using Mchale balers, and they are the bee's knees in our opinion. They will eat just about anything. You put anything, they love, with these variable balers, and regardless of the chamber balers, what we found, this loves a nice big row in front of it. I mean, you would rake up really what you would raking up to a forager. This loves big swaths, nice even rows, so you get a nice even bale. This baler, we found out, like your third cuts and all that, It needs a massive row, consistent row. I mean, third cut is hardly any grass anyway, but it needs a nice consistent row to get that nice bale. If you've got smaller rows and going out to wide rows, that's when you will have problems, and the driver does have to accommodate the row itself, if you can understand what I'm saying.
Now, going on from what Ad said about, yeah, we've been with Mchale balers now for 8 years, and we are probably massive advocates for them. We've put them through everything from wet grass. Now, be honest with you, the belt balers and belt balers across the board aren't really super keen on really wet stuff, but dry stuff, and especially stuff that we're after doing, like hay, we don't bale any straw with it, but it would absolutely tear through straw. We've just found so far nothing can touch it, so we've stuck with it until someone sort of, you know, maybe proves us differently. Otherwise, there's no real hope in changing, is there?
Not a chance.
Yeah.
If you're a farmer and you are doing silage all the time for your cattle, and you do want, you know, this sort of baler, this baler will be no good for you. It just won't be. You'll have endless problems. You know, that's nothing to do with the baler. It's just the belt baler doesn't like wet grass.
But the fixed chamber, fixed chamber, absolutely love it. That's not digging at the machine. That's just digging on the what you're putting into it.
Different balers are 2 different jobs.
Yeah. And yes, you Irish boys, we know that you've got some of the worst or hardest conditions on the planet, and it is wet quite a lot of the time. But the fixed chamber is out and out better on the wet stuff, and a belt baler is out and out better on the dry stuff. And we've also found the backup has been pretty phenomenal through every baler that we've had. So that's pretty much everything on the V660.
That's about
everything.
Would you say? It's just a simple walkthrough of what it is, and it is, I've got to say, it is one hell of a baler. Hell of a baler.
This is just, again, special Sunday for you guys. Just things we're up to. You guys will obviously see these bits of kit at work soon. Now for our new 991 high speed. New things on this wrapper. They have added 2 stabilisation rods, as you can see there, going from the hitch back to the axle. Apparently they've had problems with things bending or flexing when you put a motor on. Az, do you want to go over the engine a minute?
Yep.
Being this is still our old engine.
Right, there's a couple of reasons why our old engine is on here. One, engine is perfectly fine, you know, servicing, it's not worn or anything like that. It's just, and basically when it's on the wrapper doing its own thing, it literally, the engine is on tick over. It's not a high revving engine. Engine is, you know, far suitable for doing this job, and it's a brilliant engine. The next reason is why we've done it is purely because the newer engines, what they're bringing out, are actually water cooled. I mean, this one is air cooled. It goes all day long, absolutely fine, never skips a beat, and it never has done, and more than likely it never will. As long as we service it, keep on, you know, check the oil regularly, it is fine. And now, so the newer engines, they are water cooled, as I've just said, and it's all gone tier 5 now. So these engines now are going to be a lot more expensive than what these are. I mean, there was absolutely no reason for us to change, because the other engine is going to do exactly the same job as this one. And I do think with the water cooled one, you've got a radiator, you know, this is in a dusty environment where we are all the time. So radiators, dust, it just doesn't work in my eyes, as we all know. So you'll be forever blowing it out. But one day we are going to have to go to tier 5, because that is just the way everything's going and the way emissions and everything is.
A few little different features that we have got on this now is, one, new console. Console at the moment is up here for traveling, okay? But we're not happy with it being up there when the engine's going, just because of vibration. We don't want to mess up any of the components in the computer. So we've been told that we should put it on the floor, but what we're going to do is we're going to mount another mount there to hold it, which Ad, I'm sure, will do a video on when he does it and show you how he's going to do it. They have got, because of high speed, there's 2 film dispensers, which we had on the old one anyway, but There are a few little changes to them. Looks like the rollers are ever so slightly different sort of grooving on compared to our ones. It was a bit more crisscross. Then coming around to this side, so I'll go to the back. We've gone for the side tip option. So if you've got the side tip option, you can do both side tip and normal just tip off the back. But with our big 6-foot bales, and I'm not naming any names, not that anyone else drives the wrapper other than a certain someone, but occasionally a bale goes off back and then wanders off down the yard. Now, if you look at our yard, it is not level, it leans that way. And there's a ramp that comes up to the top part of the yard. And yes, bales have gone down around the corner and down into the garden. It only happened once. But if we can stop happening at all and happen zero amount of times, that would be safer for everyone. Both the baler and the wrapper have got new lights, which you guys may have noticed. Also, something we didn't mention on our motor is our motor bent, right, twisted. So we've had a new bracket made for that to hold it in place. Here on the stand, they put a new, much stronger looking stand with what I'm guessing looks like the high-speed jack. So just like the electric lines, one rotation is like double or triple. And then here on this little paddle here, there's a sensor on there for completely automatic wrapping, but it is completely obsolete to us because we never wrap out in the field with it. Okay, so Mr. Mrs. Mchale team, all of you, if I know this is like, you know, trying to like suck eggs and kiss ass right now, but if you could do this machine, which is trailed, for yard without this on it, that would be amazing, because we never actually use it. It just goes up like that and then folded to the floor and then folded back up like that again. Just because our system works with all bales come to the yard and we wrap everything in the yards. And if you want to ask the question of why do you do that, Justin, why do you not wrap out in the field, why do you not have a fusion, why do you not have a continuous round baler, well, that will be answered in another video, but not this one. Here is another thing, and it's one of the simplest things on any wrapper. These are years old. Lorry drivers have had them for ratcheting down chains on the back of trailers for years, and that literally is how you put your dispenser unit up and down, right? It was on the old one, but I just love it, so just thought I'd say that. So, and this is because we do 4 foots and 6 foots, and we have to make sure the wrap is in the center of the bale. Every now and again I have to raise the stem or lower it. Concluding that, ads, what do you reckon?
Well, as we've said in the video, we love Mchale here. I mean, any problems, the backup is first class, and any problems that happen to the machine, the modifications, even when they've sold you the machine, they will come and put the modifications on. So, to just say for argument's sake, they find a problem on the baler, that's not too much of a problem, they will come and put that right, free of charge. And it's absolutely, the service is absolutely brilliant.
And we've had that many a time.
Yeah, and we've had that all the time here. You know, they find a modification, oh, that's not right, they come and put it right on your machine straight away. They're brilliant.
And again, on the wrapper, I unfortunately have to spend a large part of my summer on a wrapper other than a mower, but it's just bale after bale, not a problem. One of the greatest things on the Mchale wrapper is the control of the knife. We used to have Canervan wrappers. Now the only thing at that time, now I don't know what Canervan have done since, but on that time there was a guillotine knife, and if you know what I mean, there was a spring and a latch, and then the knife literally got thrown into action, and it would scare the living daylights out of you. But Mchale ones, it's a ram, it's done by sensors, and nice amount of pressure. It's not too fast, it's not too slow. Everything's controlled. No matter on a windy day, wet night, it doesn't miss the wrap. It always catches the wrap in the same place. And even if we have to change the size of our bales because we're doing 4 foots and 6 foots. Okay, guys, you can also find us on Facebook and Instagram,
Snapchat and Twitter.
and
oh, they know what to do. I can't be bothered to say all that other crap now. They know exactly what to do.
yeah, we're not doing it anymore, just so you know. Until next time, have a great day.